Good evening and welcome to another episode of Dice Dreaming DJ with your host, Toxic Dice Setter. Tonight we're going to be playing, it's going to be a 5-day challenge for myself to see. And I'm going to do after that another 5-day challenge. But first it's going to be 5-day starting with the 1300 buy-in DP. I'm going to go 5 days and we're going to keep track of the winnings from the beginning. I'm going to have two cushions. I'm going to have this one and another $1,300 buy-in if this lot loses. So it's either going to be through the 5 days, count the profits, or as soon as I lose the 2,600, it's a wrap, and then I'm going to start and go on a 5-day challenge on the pass line and see which one's better or which one would, create you more profit in the long run. So again, my bets are always going to be on unless I call them off. And today, the dice set I'm going to use, we'll figure that out right now. 300 on the 6 and 8, 200 DP, 200 on the 9, trade those in, 200, that's going to go in the 5. Again, we got the all tall small. For those of you that don't know, I got the all tall small up here. This is for the tall, the small. And on my table, it's gonna pay 34 to 1 on the tall and the small. If you make them all, it pays 175 to 1. I only have it that way because that's the way it pays out here where I live. So we're gonna go 10 on the small, 10 on the tall, 5 on the all, 10 on yo, and $5 each on everything else in the horn. We're gonna go ahead and put that fill bet. I'm gonna go with the 6-2, 2-1 dice set. All right, let's get it started. And bam, right off the rip. Big red come out. All right, so that's the front line winner. Had I been on the pass line, I would have won, but I would have lost all this because I leave my bets on. So, first toss, I'm already out. I'm down 1,300. So now, starting again. On my videos, I'm not editing. There ain't gonna be no cutting. I'm not gonna show you all the massive rolls. I'm not gonna cut it to where you see me going on 30 rolls at a time. The way I'm throwing, the way they come out, that's the way I'm betting. And if I decide to change up my bets in the middle of the process, depending on how the hands are going, then we'll do that. But for right now, that dice set didn't work, so we're gonna go with this. 4 is on top, 2 is facing me. That's that second 1,300 right there. I'm already minus 13. I should have bet the harvest. That's 3-3, hard 6. We'll go ahead and mark that. So now I'm behind and trying to make that first bit of money back. I lose that, we lose this. So that's gonna pay $350. I'll just take that 50 off of the field. Okay, and for those of you that don't know, or that haven't been to the channel before, gave myself an extra. I go anywhere from 2 hits and down, 2 to 3 hits and down. And I just play it by how I feel. It's not an exact science, because you never know when you get to that casino. The dice are gonna do what the dice do. I'm not superstitious anymore like I used to be. 5-3-8. Again, I'm not a dealer. Never have worked in a casino, aside from working in the kitchen. It's a 538. That pays 350. And we'll mark that down. Okay. So that's 2 hits. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring it down a bit. So we're gonna go to 150 each on the 6 and 8, 100 each on the 5 and 9. It's 2 rolls in, still going with that same dice set. That's a Yo 11. Don't hurt us, but it helps us for the odds all small. Now again, you know, forgive me on the quality. I'm just getting started out, still getting used to talking on this and pulling on my bets and doing the math. You know, again, I'm not a pro. I've only been playing for a little bit. But I got this so I can work on my mechanics. That's a 639. I'll go ahead and pull that down. That's gonna pay 140. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get change because I'm pulling down. Okay. We're gonna go to the $50 level. Still need change. 25. So we're gonna go 60 on the 6 and 8, and 50 on the 5 and 9. And get rid of this little bit of change here. I'll go ahead and place 20 on the 5th. Okay. So again, there's no logic really, it's just the DP. And I'm going as I see how the dice are going. And that's a hard 8. And I wanted to play the hard ways, but I normally don't hit them like that on regular tables. Mostly when I'm on the stadium craps table. But that's the 4. Hard 4. So we lose this. But the 8 pays 70. Alright. And now here there's no dealer. So, but make sure you tip your dealers, you know, they'll love you, especially when you're doing all the changes to your money along the way. And 617, big red. So total, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, $45 loss on that hand. I didn't win nothing on big red, but I didn't lose it all because this covers that. Okay, so I know I said last video that I was gonna start keeping count of my throws, and I forgot. But so $1,300 buy-in. Okay, so there's the 1,300. Okay, so now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 770. Okay, that's 2 shooters. So 770, we're about what? 530 down, $530 down from the first initial buy-in. Okay, let's go one more shooter, see if we can't recoup more of it. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and color these up because we're not even gonna play with those. Matter of fact, yes we are. I'm gonna put 500 each on the 5 and 9. Now, you know, this is all just for fun. This is just goofing off, you know. I don't go out there and do this. I'm not gonna lie and sit there and tell you I go to the casinos with thousands like this and just toss it around like that. It's just confidence building right here. You know, working on mechanics, just playing around with the betting style to see if I would risk it when I get out there, if I can build a confidence here. Okay. So we're gonna go 100 each on the 4 and 10. 50 in the field. 10 on yo. 5 on midnight. 5 on a 3. And we're all in with that. Okay. We're gonna stick with that dice set. I liked it. That's the hard 4 with the 2s facing me. Now I'm a lefty. All my bets are on. I know other people are gonna say that that's reckless, and that's crazy. It is, but again, it's not real money. It's just messing around. That's a 5-4-9. So now, the reason I started betting like this, I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of channels, getting information. And the reason I started playing with that is because average bettors, average shooters, I should say, don't go more than six throws of the dice, right? Does Big Red come out in the beginning? It does. So that 500 is gonna pay 7. Plus the 50 I got in the field. It's gonna give me 100 for 50. I'm gonna put this over here. Keep 50 in the field. Okay. 9 is the point. Well, I didn't put nothing on my all tall small, so that's fine, but we'll still mark it. We're gonna take those down. $200 on the 5. And another 100 for the 9. So again, Big Red does come out in the beginning. It happens, but that's the risk you take. You know what I mean? And it's not me trying to go against the table. It's just me betting what I know. It's just like if you were to come up the roulette table and I have $100 on black and you're feeling red, and you go and put $100 on red. It's not like you're coming and attacking me. You're just betting what you feel. Now, if red hits, cool. I made my choice. It went with black. Same thing here. It's 5-6, yo. Don't hurt none. Don't help none. You know, again, it's just, you got to do with what you feel comfortable. Again, how many of us are going to go out there and put, just in the beginning, what do I got out here? 6, 7, 8, $1,000 out there in the beginning. Before that, it was close to $2,000 out there. Who's going to really go do that? You know, there's people that do. I've met a couple of them, but that's not me. This is just for fun. This is for practice. And I will be making more videos with smaller amounts, you know, for, you know, to fit everybody's budget. Again, like I said, I'm just out here having fun, tossing the dice, chopping it up with you guys, trying to build a channel. I didn't bring it down all the way, but I brought it down just in time. Look at that. 4-3. Big red. So again, had I had money on that pass line, I would have lost those 200. Plus, I would have had money on my odds. So who knows how much that would have been. And right here, I lost another. So 200, we're going to recoup. Total loss right there, 300. Okay. So let's get the count up. Okay. It's 1,500. 2,000. 2,500. So I'm down. That's 2,500. So I'm still down 700. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, still down 700. So I can risk it again and try to recoup that money, or just take my $700 loss and do another session. Let's see how much time we get on this video. Let's give us one more shoot. Let's keep it going. Scared money don't make money. So there we go. We got 500 again on the 6 and on the 5 and 9. 300 on the 6 and 8. Let's go 300 on the don't pass. 100 on the field. Matter of fact, we'll put 100 on. Let me break it down. Matter of fact, let me break this in. Let's get 500 and ones. 5. We're gonna hot big red. Okay. We're gonna hot big red. We're gonna put 100 in the field. 100 on the 4 and 10. Okay. On this one, we're gonna go 6s with 2s in the front. You know, if you hear any background noise, I live in a studio. That's 628. If it would roll completely off the table, I wouldn't have called that point, but it didn't go all the way off. 628. That's gonna pay 350. So we lose 100 from the field. Changing it up. Just moving the dice around as I go. No rhyme or reason to it. Okay, it's a 314. Okay. I'm hoping you can see that every time I pick it up. I know I didn't put nothing on the outside small, but I normally don't hit them. I have hit them a few times, but not all the time. So, like I said, I go by how the table's moving. That's gonna pay 200, and I'm coming down. Any change? Trading 100 for 100. I'm gonna go 150 and 100 each on the 5 and 9. Okay, let's go ahead and put 50 on the field. Kind of like an iron cross, the iron cross, but not really. But yeah, any comments, questions, any dice sets you want me to practice, any betting strategies you want me to practice, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. 3, 2, 5. I'm not a dealer, so if I mess up these dice, I will always call them the way they are, the way they land. Like I said, I'm not here to make myself out to be like I got the secret sauce, like everybody's been saying, because I don't. Them dice are gonna do what they do when you show up. You can go in with the strategy, but you gotta be willing to adapt, because these dice have a mind of their own. So I lose that field. Pays 140. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the dealers 5 on the 5 and 9. And I'm gonna give the dealers a hard 4. And I don't know how that happened, but it came. I should have put that $5 for us on the hard 4. Okay. Hard 4. So that's gonna pay the dealers 40 on my table. 40. We're gonna have them press at 10. That'll go to the dealers. We'll count their tip later. Okay. So now, just because of the way I throw and what I'm used to, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down. Okay. Let me get change. 75. 100. Okay. 60 on the 6 and 8. 25 each on the 5 and 9. And I'm gonna give myself a $30 field. Okay. So now, from my way of thinking, is I'm trying to make as much money as I can within them first few hits before that evil number shows up. Because again, it does show up. It's a 4-2-6. So dealers lose their bet, but that's the 4-2-6. I think I moved the wrong one. Oh yeah, I did hit that already. Okay. So 60, pay 70. Okay. And I lost this. I don't know why I didn't grab from me, but alright. Okay. So again, I have my good days. I have my bad days, just like anybody else. That's a 5-1-6. 5-1-6 is gonna pay 75 for 5. Okay. Not a bad roll. Dealer still only got money on the 5 and 9. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it because I feel like I'm making these videos for players that have already been playing. But if you're new to the game, by all means, ask your questions. And the questions that I can't answer, I can guarantee you, I'll guide you to somebody that can. Like I said, I watch everybody's channels. That's a 6-5 yo. And I get a lot of good information. A lot of different strategies that I like to see. I might even start throwing some of their strategies to see if I can do it. 6-5 yo. You know, I've seen a lot of guys throw certain tosses, like the chopper and a couple other ones that I've tried and no success. It doesn't mean that their dice toss or their strategies don't work or that they're not good. It just means that I can't do it. And it's alright, you know, not all of us can be the same. That's a 3-1-4. the goal is to try, and that's the reason I got this little 640 here to work on my mechanics. And boom, big red. See, I changed up the throw, moved it around, and ended up with that number. I should have just kept coming over here. Instead, I threw away this way, and I knew as soon as I threw it, it was a wrap. Okay, and again, I forgot to count my throws on that one. But this time I had 300 on the DP. Didn't make anything for the dealers, but 30. So dealers came up 35, which is not bad. So right here, it's 150. Okay. So that's 170. So I get 130. Okay. And there's the 300. Boom. Okay. So now, after 3 shooters, let's go. That's that second 1300 we came in for, right? We're already minus 13. Uh-oh. There's the first 13, so now we're even. And then whatever we got here. Okay, not bad. So this is the second 13. First 13, we made that back, and we left with $365 profit. It was a grind because of that first big red come out, but we were able to recoup that. So, day 1 of the DP, day 1 of 5, and we're leaving ahead $365. Okay. Again, this is Dice Dreaming DJ, and I'm your host, Toxic Dice Setter. Thanks for spending your time with me. You guys have a good night.